Hello everyone, I'm Scott from Wreckardz, and I'm bringing you this video with a heavy heart. We lost a very brave soul yesterday. I'm sure you've heard by now that Charlie Kirk was shot and killed at an event at a university in Utah. Regardless of what you think about Charlie's positions or beliefs, it's hard to deny that he was a very brave person who was passionate about connecting with people, especially young people who he believed were in desperate need of direction and guidance. That certainly seems to be a valid assessment. He spoke a lot about Christian values, American values, and it's pretty clear to me that the young people who took his guidance were better for it. Did he get everything right? Who am I to say? But he was giving it his all. There's no question about that. There aren't many who left more on the playing field than Charlie Kirk. Will his death have an impact on the world? Of course, just like his life did. What that will be will depend largely on our takeaway as a society. What lessons will we learn? I don't believe this assassin was simply trying to stop Charlie from speaking. There are many speaking a similar message, although he's certainly one of the best. This horrific act of violence that shocked us all and left 2 young children fatherless was meant to stop Charlie from connecting with those who believe conservative values can save our country, connecting with those who think differently, connecting with those young people in search of, if not answers, at least a conversation. This was meant to stifle all of that. This was meant to strike fear in the hearts of all who would aspire to achieve a similar connection. A question that is weighing heavily on my mind is how much of that connection depended upon handshakes, hats thrown to attendees, and personal interactions. Will this deter others from engaging their fellow citizens with such open arms? A few of our prominent voices have already begun to weigh in on this question.
Breaks my heart. Young man, 31 years old, family. And when you see events like this, you know what it does? Many people react in a place of fear. Security's in the back. Do you want to hit the stage? Of course I'm going to hit the stage. What do you mean? Dude, this is not how we roll. You think America accidentally became the greatest country in the world? You think this happened because we didn't have courage? You think this happened because we didn't have to fight? You think this happened because the leaders, the founding fathers, were scared?
How do you work through this stuff? You know, it's not about him or me, it's us, the viewers. You are us. What do we do? Well, you still do what you always do, but you do more of it. You stand up, you speak up, and you share the risk. Right now, you are recoiling, but you have to come back and return stronger, more fortified, and more resilient.
If when all is said and done, we find that we are deterred, what direction will that take us? It's clear to me that this was an act of desperation. Charlie was getting through to people. His message was landing. Others have been as well. I myself was recently thinking, maybe I don't have to make these videos anymore. I only started this channel because I believed there was a need, that our country was in trouble, that humanity was in trouble. Before 2020, I was making silly songs and music videos. It's not in my nature to dwell on such dark topics. Lately, it had been looking like things were headed in the right direction. That being said, I guess an enemy is most dangerous when its back is against the wall. To be clear, I'm talking about the enemies of American values, that we as human beings have God-given freedom and inalienable rights, and that being a citizen of this country means those rights will be protected. The extreme elements of the left, they're also contemplating the lesson for them. Is this the way? Is this the success formula? Violence, intimidation, silencing? Our path forward will determine that. I can't say what any one person should do. We'll all have to weigh our individual circumstances and make that very difficult decision. I do know what I believe it will take to win. I only hope that I have the courage to rise to the occasion if and when I'm ever called to do so. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. May your life be an example to us all.